You are going to die. Not today, in all probability, but at some point, in some place, your heart will beat for the last time. Your lungs will take their final breath, and then something extraordinary will begin. Because death is not a switch. It is not a single moment. What happens to your body in the 60 seconds after your heart stops is one of the most complex, strange, and deeply misunderstood sequences in all of human biology. And understanding it changes everything you thought you knew about the line between life and what comes after. Here is what actually happens. Second by second. The moment your heart stops, it stops pumping oxygenated blood to your brain. Your brain is the hungriest organ in your body. It consumes 20% of all the energy you produce, despite being only 2% of your body weight. And it has almost no reserves. Within 4 to 6 seconds of losing blood flow, your brain begins to lose consciousness. Not slowly, instantly. The lights go out faster than you can register that they are going. This is why people who survive cardiac arrest almost never remember the moment it happened. 1 second they were there. The next, they were not. The transition is invisible from the inside. But here is what makes this strange. At the very moment your brain loses blood flow, something unexpected happens. Researchers at the University of Michigan, studying rats in cardiac arrest, recorded a massive surge of brain activity in the seconds immediately after the heart stopped. Not a fading, a surge. Gamma wave activity, the kind associated with heightened consciousness and perception, spiked to levels higher than anything recorded during normal waking life. This finding has been observed in human patients too. A study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences recorded 4 dying patients and found the same surge in 2 of them, in the seconds after their hearts stopped. What the brain is doing in that window, and why, remains one of the most debated questions in neuroscience. Meanwhile, the rest of your body has already begun its own response. Your cells do not know you are dead. Not yet. They are still processing, still burning through whatever oxygen remains trapped in the blood and tissue. Your muscles, suddenly deprived of the nervous signals that kept them regulated, begin to relax completely. The tension that you carry in your body every second of every day, tension so constant you stopped noticing it long ago, releases all at once. Every muscle lets go simultaneously. Your skin begins to change color almost immediately. Without circulating blood, the red flush of life drains from the surface. In lighter skin tones, this is visible within seconds. A pallor settles. The warmth that radiates from your face, the warmth other people feel when they stand close to you, begins to dissipate. Your pupils, no longer receiving nerve signals, dilate fully and fix in place. This is one of the first things a physician checks. Fixed and dilated pupils are one of the oldest clinical signs of death. At around 30 seconds, the carbon dioxide that your blood would normally carry away from your cells begins to accumulate. Your cells are still producing it. There is simply nowhere for it to go. This buildup triggers a cascade of chemical changes inside every cell in your body, changes that will ultimately determine how long those cells remain viable. And here is something that almost nobody knows. Your cells will not all die at the same time. Some will survive for hours. Skin cells can remain alive for up to 24 hours after cardiac death. Bone cells can survive for several days. Neurons in the brain, the most oxygen-dependent cells in your body, begin to die within 4 to 6 minutes without intervention. But even they do not all go at once. Researchers have now documented something even more remarkable. A 2023 study from the University of Michigan found that in the minutes after death, certain genes in the human body actually increase their activity. Genes associated with stress response, inflammation, and remarkably, some associated with early development, switched on after the heart stopped. The body, in its final moments, appears to mount one last biological response, not to survive, but to respond. Your body does not go quietly. It goes fighting, at the cellular level, in ways you will never feel and never know. The 60 seconds after your heart stops are not empty. They are full of electrical storms in a darkening brain, full of cells still burning their last reserves, full of muscles releasing tension they have held for decades, full of chemistry cascading through systems that do not yet know their operator is gone. Death, it turns out, is not a moment. It is a process. And that process begins the second your heart stops and unfolds in ways science is only beginning to understand. You are going to die, but now you know what happens next.